I would like to point out just a side note, just a side note. She's 16 and she tosses around probably a 22-year-old, 23-year-old very most. Um, just wanted to point that out. She's very strong, kick ass. Anyway, in light of this evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back on a position. I would say, or I could have just slammed it on the right side of the door, open the door, close the door, and it would have been fine too. But, yeah. What does she think I am, a magician? Abracadabra. For now, since you investigate as really as possible on you, I'll do the same. Alright, let's get the worst on the sun. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you conjuring tricks to destroy evidence. Right. Oh yeah. Some good shit. Because I swear. I shall will avenge your death. This is, yes, it's a bell cord it's a bell cord contradiction. What do you mean? Contraption. Yeah, that's what. Hear about the book I was studying that I taught them in life and Greek bit. Large houses often have bell cords like this, which you can pull the ring above the something surface. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody counts for a lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy. That's all. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Sasu? Whenever I examine things, I always find myself so focused I forgot to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're foolish as me in that regard. Are you noticing? Oh, she's telling me to look left or right. Okay. I literally, the first thing I did was look to the left. Did the customer write that before he died? It looks like you've written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot on her desk when he collapsed on the floor. And I suppose he wrote this message by dripping his finger in spillage. Poor Cosmo. No doubt he was in terrible pain. And almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san. What? Then what language is it? Russian? What's Russian? It pays me an image, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean? It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. A lot of memories. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how it's stowed away on the vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says this way up, Japanese. Wish in hindsight I should have realized in the foreign crew would be able to read. I was turned over and over and over. And then I tossed on the floor. Oh dear, and being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susano takedown. What about the bottle, can I? Here's another window where his life is staying. Okay. Pick up this thingy. It's some 2 weeks we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruto-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. More like just chilling. Oh no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this boy your own secret hideout. That trouble was, I never knew wasn't a member of the crew of my company. So yes, I was basically had to live in the wardrobe. Last night was no exhibition. But because of that, you have no idea what happened out here. Yeah. Nope. Sally not. I think there's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole which fresh air can come through late to the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is. Looks like it must be connected to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if purpose to allow fresh air in the room, surely be connected to the outside. That's true. That's actually a good point. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way when the seas are rough or something like that. I suppose maybe that's it. What kind of point is this? I like the light, it's just a lantern at the very top. This is where dear Cosmo would have sat whatever he was writing. That seems dangerous, a candle being laid down on the side like that. London's diary. Poor Cosmo. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks like the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hiya! Ow. That's not the question. What? Cosmo may have been departed this world, but we must not raid his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Poor Cosmo-san. I'm not praying to people's words and mouths either. But in this case, isn't that the need for clues more important? Why? Okay. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he? He's just used to turn around look. You knows that man too, have you? I've no idea who he is or how he got here. But he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruto-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who this is? Who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of crew. There's something very unusual about him. Is he investigating Kazuma's death or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. I might just imagine his son will look almost uncontrollably excited. By the way, I suspected that you know this already, but just in case. You pray see how people when they're on the crosshair to go. But first and foremost, I want to say that's my dinner from last night, roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yeah, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did he eat down on the floor there? I'm not a dog, it's on the side. Ate on the table, of course. Which begins the question of when and how did the plate ended up on the floor? But Kazuma didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which means all more for me. Oh no, does that mean that poor Kazuma spent his last night on the earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have the guilt conscious of an achy stomach. Da -da -da. Perhaps I should see what this Russian premium makes it seem. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how's it going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese who do not make jokes. But if it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking the investigator for information about the crime? Very funny. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might use information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, do you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, of course not. Now back to the corner room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just a minute there. You seem a little flustered. I was trying to look at the sword too, by the way. It was very good. That's Kazuma's precious sword. He would never win anywhere without it. Yet, he was always saying that the Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it in on the ship. I suppose that just shows how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. What is this? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. One of the things is it appears to have broken clean in two. Glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Natsuki fastener for a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like his own. Would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? Some sort of brick-line hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of a brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in this cabin. There are the rules of passengers for traveling aboard the SS Blue, and essentially a list of requests from the captain of all the passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Motherfucker, listen here. I can't decide. Well, one thing for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. The books have fallen over in the shelf, look. They all toppled the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well? Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked. And then he's moved out at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma doing his morning sword training. Do you think? I seriously doubt that. And perhaps it was you, Naruto-san, in the fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books in the statue. Could it have been thrown out and have anyone do it? Kid the way things have been thrown about having anything to do with the case. Well, I said everything's straight again, so let's look at this. Alright, let's talk to Sherlock Holmes. Sorry. Herlock Shalom's. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. I'm not gonna do a British accent. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be the best. Greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long. Um, what exactly were you doing at Cosmo Destins now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes, everything's clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You, you have been in Afghanistan. Overseas. Afghanistan? Afghanistan? Why there? How? Excuse me? Our procedures for its return if is not mistaken. Sorry, what? And now, whether first you're further for inclines, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really the most elementary deduction hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to do anything else? But of course, a great man of many things. There's no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. Oh, I get the joke now. I get the joke now. You leave 16 victims of assassinations in your week. Now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. What? And when in bed with a be breathe and be breed bone occupant is very kind of so you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that's to summarize the facts beautifully. Are you high? No, no need to hide the truth now. Nothing to see these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, aren't you? Are you? Clearly, I am. Do you see another? Do you see another in this cabinet who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims whose name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. So it was you who did it as a Kazuma. Excuse me. Stop. And you're plotting a revolutionary too. I'm about this. I'm about to jump out the window. It's shame of behaving there. That sound absolutely wicked. No, listen. There's no way First of all, what am I? I am Japanese. Okay, wait, that comes out wrong. I'm not Russian. This is really. How could you do that? For Pete's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian player, obviously. Oh, forgive me. As for you, what kind of action was that? You were just seeing the person that came to your head. Ding! Oh, but I was not right. Well, let's venture to foreign climes. You do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, I see. What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you can call it deduction It's more plain observation. Indeed, observation, my dear boy, is the base of all deduction. I'm going to strangle this man. My method is fundamental observation of trifles. You see, I announce my phone with brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Ha. I don't think you ever introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. Have remiss of me. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century. Known as to men and women the world over, the, in, the intimidated, the intimidable, the inimitable, intainable, inimitable, intable, intable, I-N-I-M, so it's intainable. Wait, it's inimitable. Oh, fuck you. How do you say in the table in the how hold on. Google help me. How do you see it? I. Oh wait, hold on. I got it. Inimitable. 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 Harlock Shaloms. So, it really you, the actual Harlock Shaloms. The very same. The inimitable, actual Harlock Shaloms. Do you know this, Mrs. Sato? The most famous detective in the world? Never heard of son. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. I never heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We just ask him what he's a deuce. He went and worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. I don't know about that. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this?